And welcome everybody to the Kiosk Presents. Here at Airport Plaza Jewelers, we love bringing very special people on the show. And today we have Lauren Berger. Now, what's special about Lauren Berger is she's Chief Executive Officer of InternQueen.com and author of All Work, No Pay, Finding an Internship. Everybody, welcome Lauren Berger. We love having you here in Buffalo.
Thanks so much for having me.
Well, listen, this is so appropriate to have you here because you're talking about finding the perfect job and getting an internship and all this kind of stuff. We have 13 institutions of higher education right here in Western New York.
You guys have a ton of schools over there in Western New York. I've spoken at a lot of them.
Well, you can't deny that. We must have a lot of smart people, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, smart people need internships, so it all makes sense.
What's amazing is you're the Chief Executive Officer of InternQueen.com at the ripe old age of?
29.
29. Amazing, amazing. Well, good for you. But tell us how you got your name, the Intern Queen, first off.
Sure. I had 15 internships when I was in college, which is a little crazy. No one needs 15 internships. But with each internship, I learned so much about myself, both personally and professionally, and I wanted more and more opportunities. And a few years back, I started InternQueen.com, and it's a free internship website where students can go on and they can connect with the employers of their dreams.
Wow. So is there anything people should know about internships and maybe seeking out an internship? I mean, of course, they can go to your website and learn a lot, but give us a few tips right now.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's summertime, so students from all over the country are flocking to those big cities to pursue those summer internships. But you don't need to be in a big city to do a great internship. You can absolutely intern locally. And it's also not too late. There still are plenty of summer internships available. So if your excuse is that there's none left, you're wrong. Get back out there and let's get you that perfect summer internship.
You know, a lot of people think they have a dream job in mind, and I would guess that you think doing an internship is a fantastic way to really test the water of what that kind of job position would hold. I mean, instead of just imagining that's what you'd like to do, you can actually go see it firsthand and see how your education applies to that dream job.
Absolutely. And after the internship, it's so important to stay in touch with these people. And you're going to stay in touch. I always say 3 times per year, you want to stay in touch with your employers after your internships. But you also want to make sure that you stay connected with them. You want to make sure that you're following their personal Facebook and Twitter feeds and their company-wide Facebook and Twitter feeds. You want to make sure that you're always monitoring their website because you never know when they're going to announce a job search. You know, right now, my latest obsession, and I have it right here, is the Windows 8 PCs because they're so cool with their touchscreen functionality and these live tiles. But what I like to do is I like to pin the companies that I'm following to the start screen. And that way, if they announce a job opportunity, I'm on top of it. So the key to finding those jobs is to stay connected all of the time. And you want to always monitor those companies where you might be interested in working.
Well, that sounds great. You know, and you talk about dream jobs, the person's dream job and all that. How does somebody who thinks, you know, in this very competitive job marketplace that it's going to be too hard to land their dream job, what would you say to them?
I'm the intern queen. I would always say you can do it. You got to take initiative, put yourself out there, and don't be afraid to tell people what you want to do. This generation is so concerned about rejection. It is okay. Let that rejection propel you. With every no, there is a yes soon to follow. And don't take no for an answer. Don't take no for an answer. You can do what you want to do.
You know, there is work out there, and some college grads, though, seem to delay job searches. And do you think that's a good idea?
I think that it really depends on the person. I think grad school is great. I think if you want to travel for a few months, that's great. But then it's time to get that job. And I know that, you know, my generation is so sick of hearing people speak negatively about the economy. They want to make a change and they want to do something about it. And I tell them, you know, that's great. Now let's take ourselves seriously. Finding a job isn't a matter of just sleeping in all day and then spending 15 minutes online. Your job is to get a job. So you need to devote a specific amount of time every day to that job search. And you know, there's a lot of great resources. There's a lot of great brands out there for recent grads. Today, actually, Windows launched a program called Chip In, where recent grads or college students can basically register for a brand new PC, and then they can crowdsource the money. Crowdsourcing is, you know, the coolest thing these days. But this way, your grandma, your family, your friends, they can all chip in and help you get that perfect PC. Because employers, they really do look to students and entry-level hires because those students know a lot about technology that they might not know. So it's something that the students really have going for them. So, you know, the students got to think like a professional, they got to feel professional, they got to act professional.
You're so right about that technology thing, because we as parents have to be good to our teenagers, otherwise we won't be able to get back on our computers, you know?
Yeah, you never know when you're going to need help, so
when anything crashes, run for your 17-year-old. They can fix it, right?
They will know more than you do. It is ingrained into their lives, absolutely.
Well, you know, social media, I mean, it's a tidal wave, what's going on social media. What kind of tips would you give college grads in relationship to what they put on and how they use their social media?
You got to be careful. You got to test everything. Can your parents see it? Can your grandparents see it? Can your future employer see it? And if the answer is yes, great. Keep it on your feed. But if you're hesitant, just delete that picture. Just delete that post. And make sure you're not speaking negatively about any people, any former internships on that Twitter feed. Because again, everyone is watching. They are looking. People like to say, oh, they won't look at my profile. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. So make sure you're careful.
What you put on the internet seems to stay there forever, right?
Absolutely. You know, it's hard. So you want to make sure that it's very controlled and that you're in control.
You know, that's so interesting because, true, maybe the employer won't see it, but a secretary will, and she'll mention it, right? I mean, she sees something that she doesn't think reflects well on that applicant. That comes to bear. You
have to have the everyone knows everyone mentality.
You know, one more thing too. Landing the dream job. Any tips for landing a person's dream job?
Sure. So first impressions really matter. And this might sound silly, but that email address is the first time the employer interacts with you these days. So if you have an unprofessional email address, beachbunny5, whatever it might be, you got to get rid of that. First name dot last name at outlook.com. Keep it simple, keep it professional. It's so important that these people think of you as a professional. Also, you know, we talked about the PC here, but one thing I didn't talk about is the importance of online storage tools. I use SkyDrive. It's free for everybody. But what SkyDrive does, it enables me to have my resume saved on my PC and then also synced with my phone. And as you know, you could be anywhere and meet your future employer. So if you're at a dinner and you meet someone that could hire you, you want to be able to bring that resume up on your phone. So for more information on those technology tips, windows.com, windowschipin.com, and read my book, All Work, No Pay.
Lauren, you're a delightful source of encouragement to so many. Where can viewers go for more information?
So InternQueen.com, and again, those windows.com websites, and we are just going to stack you with information so there's no reason not to get a job.
All right, guys, you heard that, okay? There's no reason for you not to get a job. I think that's the best word of encouragement I've heard in a long time. So, Lauren, thank you so much for joining us here on the Kiosk Presents in Buffalo, New York. You've been wonderful.
Thank you so much.